All right, man, welcome to the Mid Show presented by Miller Lite. Shout out to Miller Lite. Great beer. It's a great beer.
Did you?
What's wrong?
We got nothing. Keep going. I love Miller Lite. What?
What an unprofessional person.
I'm sorry. I thought Dave farted. That got my attention.
I didn't.
I know, but it sounded like you just leaked one out in the middle of the ad. It was unprofessional. I agree, but that's what it sounded like.
Are you okay?
No, I'm a little rattled.
Clearly.
I'm a little rattled.
Apparently. I mean, Jesus. I don't care if you're ripping farts, watching football, watching basketball, watching hockey. Enjoy it accompanied by a nice ice-cold Miller Lite.
When's the next Blackhawks game?
Yeah,
How many calories?
Tonight.
Play the Kraken. How
Are
many
they-
calories? Do you know?
96 calories.
I thought I was thinking close to that.
How many carbs?
5.
No,
Oh,
way
even lower,
way,
Maggie.
Wow.
way over.
0.2,
Yeah.
3.2.
I feel like beers.
You're
A
out.
lot of beers have lots of carbs. I don't know.
Most of them do, but
Yeah.
not Miller
It's
Lite.
a misconception. It's a misconception. It's a huge misconception.
Yeah, so
It is.
next time you're drinking some like off-brand garbage swill, just remember that Miller Lite is probably more health conscious than that, whatever
When
you're drinking.
you live here now, you should be drinking Miller
Yeah,
Lite.
it's true.
They'll be in my garage.
I noticed you were
There
rooting
you
for the
go.
Bears last night. Why? I don't really know unless you had a play on them.
I did.
Okay.
Make it Miller time all the time.
Dumb.
Miller Lite, it's the original light beer. And you can get it delivered right to your door when you go to MillerLite.com/redline, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. As you could tell, you tweeted that I was grumpy. The grumpy Gus is right between.
I'm not.
Megan.
Oh, I'm
You were a
beyond.
little grumpy
I
to start
am.
the show.
What was he grumpy about?
I was not grumpy.
I was trying to take a picture of it and promo the show that we are on, and
How many
I was
times
getting-
is I going to look at him, Megan? I looked at him twice, and he can't, like.
I asked for a third time and he wouldn't do it. I was
You
getting
get
my
2.
camera pulled up.
You get 2 chances. All right, continue on.
I'm not grumpy. I'm well beyond that.
Oh.
I'm downright furious, disappointed. Like, I'm irate, and I'm so fucking tired. All I want to do is watch hockey and enjoy my team without having. They can't go like 3 months without some fucking controversy or fucking something up. They're losing sponsors left and right. They treat everything like it's a state secret. They are a terribly run organization. And this Corey Perry thing, like.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know what you're referring to.
So the internet is ablaze. Corey Perry, the Blackhawks, he's been around forever. A noted scumbag. Everyone knows it. On the ice, that's one thing. He's had some rumors about him. I'm trying not to be in like the rumor thing. But it was like, like this guy is not like regarded as like a great teammate, great citizen. Like he's just never been. So they bring him in to be the veteran leader, let Patrick Kane walk out the door, and then there's this rumor that he was, with Bedard's mom on like the mom's trip. That is categorically not true. He is I think there will be news coming out today. I think Davis is going to have a press conference at like 3 or 4 o'clock, something like that, where he's going to address some of these things. But they kicked him off the team for conduct regarding a safe workplace environment. So they didn't cover it up this time. Congratulations. And but they're just like, can you not vet a guy? Can you not just do the right thing? Why do you like they have no credibility because they treat everything like state secrets, and they lie and they mislead and they do all these things. They just don't be authentic and tell the truth, and then you will have more leeway when things don't go your way. But nobody trusts them because they have no credibility and nobody likes like their upper management in this town.
Megan, as a mother, do you disavow rumors about mothers?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's always, in my opinion, not always, but there's partially truth in some rumors. I think there's always maybe like a little bit of sprinkling of truth. Maybe he just found her attractive and everyone just ran with that. Who knows? But No, I don't like rumors.
Why did the Bedard's mom rumors become so hot in the first
I
place?
don't know.
Were they
Is
spotted
she
together or?
Well, so Perry, I was told that Perry made the trip to Columbus. They played the game. That she's an attractive lady. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A nice, wonderful lady. Okay.
Also,
But also
married?
attractive.
Married.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Didn't
see,
we
that
meet them?
one's a big.
We
big
did.
problem.
I met him.
Yeah,
Ed
I mean,
said he
we
didn't.
were in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Of them.
I had a nice conversation with her. But anyway, so they had the mom's trip where all the moms go on the road trip. They played down in Florida. They do a mom's trip, then a dad trip, and they rotate every year. So they had the mom's trip. I was told that Corey Perry made the trip to Columbus, which was the day before Thanksgiving, and had, we'll say, got tuned up pretty good the night before and did something inappropriate. My guess, and if you read that statement, it sounds like it was with another member of the Blackhawks, like the company, like not like a member, like not a member of the team, but like somebody who travels to assist the team marketing. Who knows? And they decided to dismiss him. I've also been told, I talked to somebody else who was like, yeah, it could have been 10 days ago, or he could have had a complaint filed against him from 10 years ago, and they're quote unquote just finding out about it now. So there's going to be more to come out from this, but it's just like they have no credibility because of how they typically handle things and their relationships with people in town. They don't value. It feels like they don't value relationships, and I can speak to that personally. I don't like the way that I've been dealt with them by the president of the team, and I've heard things about sponsors leaving. I've heard they had like $20 million worth of of sponsors just leave over personal reasons with upper management. So they and again, like, who knows, maybe it's not true, but there's been this momentum in the last couple of years about like this organization is very difficult to work with, and then so it's like people, they don't have any credibility because of the way they handle everything in that business day to day. So it's tough times with Blackhawks. I just want them to be competitive and fun, and I just want to watch hockey and not have to listen to any fucking controversies. And we can't get through 1 year without a major controversy.
Who's a team like, I don't know, the Calgary Flames? I'm just throwing them out there. They seem like they're like never any good, but they don't do anything stupid, and they're just they just
not to
exist.
this level.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Wouldn't it be nice to have that?
Be boring.
Yeah,
I don't want to
be boring.
hear anything
Exactly.
about you other than like we lost 4-2 tonight.
Yeah.
Like lose 4-2 every night this year. I would fucking love that and not have to, deal with all this.
Yeah, just stay out of TMZ.
Yeah. Stay off the fucking police blotter and the lawsuits and all this shit. Like it's all the time.
I hate to be that guy. However,
Can we not make this a White Sox thing? They didn't do
I'm
anything
not.
today
I'm not.
Make it a
This ain't the end of it.
with them.
With the Blackhawks, yes, it ain't the end of it.
Yeah, they have
Stinky organization, stink chief.
I agree.
I've been
Why do
trying
you
to
say
teach you
that?
guys this for fucking years now.
What makes you say that?
Because it's not.
Do you have any personal experience?
Stop.
Plenty, Ed.
Stop.
I'll
No,
keep
I-
it right to the Blackhawks. We can say the White
Yeah.
Sox stuff for Thursday.
You look like a White Sox
For the other
fan.
50 weeks of the year. Yeah.
Blackhawk, yeah.
Well, you challenged me, and I
Because
immediately
it didn't
proved
happen.
you wrong.
Yeah, you did. I forgot about the Omar Vizquel thing. I didn't know. Sorry. But yeah, look at they're like a never ending. They're always in like the negative news cycle, and it's like even like this was
Every
like,
Chicago team.
but this is like one of those things too, where it's like I understand PR and like trying to get people excited, and it's like remember when they got the draft lottery and they're like, oh, we sold like X amount of millions of tickets. I feel, first of all, a lot of those were brokers, so they sent that money back, which is a good thing. The other piece of that was, if you do the math, it's like they sold like 1,200 tickets, So it was like we sold 6 million tickets. Well, if you do like 6 million divided by 180 or whatever there, it's like not that many tickets. So it's like they can't even get people excited. I was at the game on Sunday. The product on the ice is abysmal. Everything, like, they're just not doing anything well, and eventually you got to look at the people at the top, and they have to do a better job, and you have to start telling the truth. If you are authentic and you tell the truth, people will forgive you and give you leeway. And if you're just a genuine, like, treat people the way you want to be treated, the old golden rule, if you do that, people will give you a break. But they're not going to give you a break, and they're not doing a good job of protecting Bedard. The fact that they haven't leaked what happened some way, somehow, of what actually happened to get this Bedard rumor squashed. That's your most important asset, and they're dragging his family's name through the mud. The fact that they can't step up and protect that kid and his family.
Leak it to you.
Leak it to me. I'm on your
Lazarus.
fucking side.
Anybody. It doesn't matter.
Anybody. But just get something out there to squash these rumors, because people are like sending these screenshots of different things that are they're not true, and they just can't, like, they just do the right fucking thing. That kid is 18 and his mother is married. This is a world that they've been into for what, 2 months now.
2 months.
Like, the internet is fucking awful, and there's gonna be signs at the games. There's gonna be chirps forever, and you know how like
Mom
false
chirps are the worst.
Yeah, he's getting Stifler.
yeah, and that exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, that's gonna be a story and a chirp, and it doesn't matter like if it's true or not, because they let it linger out there for so long. It's gonna be a thing that is like talked about and joked about for they still talk about, and this is the thing that happened, but they still talk about like Patrick Kane and the cap. Okay, that was from like 2011 or something.
Oh yeah, a lot of the LeBron memes going around with what's his name?
Yeah, with Delonte West,
Yeah.
and it was like
Harv
that.
Keith.
Right, so it's like they can never do it the way that it should. They're like, their instincts about how to handle situations has been awful forever. And it's like, how do you not see this situation? Be like, we have this crown jewel of an 18-year-old prince that could take us to the promised land, and we have to do everything in our power to protect him and his family's good name, and we drop the ball again. It's fucking
2 months into his NHL career.
And like, fucking man, maybe you don't sign Corey Perry, okay? Like, they signed Nick Foligno. Great. You know, he's known as like a captain. His dad was in the game for a long time. His brother's been in the game for a long time. Tough guy. Everybody, but like everywhere he goes, he's a very popular guy. That's never really been the MO with Corey Perry. Sign good guys. And like, I mean, I don't want to make it a thing about Patrick Kane, but like, he would have been perfect. He could have taken the spotlight, some of the media responsibilities off of it, help him on the ice. But no, they wanted to distance themselves from the last era, start fresh. No other team thinks that way. Boston Bruins didn't feel the need. They got Pasternak and Charlie McAvoy and all these guys. They pushed Bergeron out the door. No, they let Bergeron decide that he wanted to retire in like August of this year. Like, he, you know, after year 20, it's like, do you want to come back? You want to retire? I think I'm finally ready to retire. Every other team that has a legendary captain, good leader like that, allows those guys to stay. And it's like, you hear whistle, well, we don't know how to market Bedard and Kane at the same time. Well, then guess what? You're fucking morons, and you should all be fired. Like, that's like, and we want to,
Wait, who said that?
I've heard people like speculate, and they've heard whispers that that's one of the, like, we want
Any asshole in this room right now could market those
It's
two.
so fucking.
Dave, tell me your marketing campaign.
We got
Kane.
Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion, and Connor Bedard, who is going to win 3 Stanley Cups. Boom, there's your mark. You can come buy tickets.
There's even room to play with 88 and 98.
There's a
Yeah,
million.
see,
There's a
fucking
million.
things.
There's a million things that they could
Down
do.
there. Hey, wait, have you ever been mom chirped?
No, but no. Growing up, I did. I thought you were talking about like if any kids have talked.
Oh,
to
you
my
have
kid.
a mom?
Oh, yeah.
No. I have an old mom. That was even worse. So everyone
Ooh.
thought my mom was my grandma.
Ooh.
So one time someone said that, and it was right after Katrina, and it was like they had seen my mom at like a really bad time, and it was like I was also like I just lost everything, and it's like, you're really gonna talk shit to me right now, and that was almost the first fight I got in, but I held myself.
How many fights have you been in?
I've never been in a fight. I've hit someone.
No, I saw you get in a fight like last weekend.
Did we count the Oklahomas?
That was a fight.
That's not she tried to hit me. I was just trying to push her down. She was way, way, way bigger than me.
She was a hoss.
She was a hoss.
Shout out Hoss.
Shout out Hoss. Great hats.
beat the
Great
Hoss.
gear.
To play devil's advocate, there's plenty of old heads like my dad, our dads probably have not heard the Bedard mom rumor. So do you think the Blackhawks are like, it's in terms of like, all right, let's not make
point.
it any
All right.
bigger?
Social
hold
media.
on.
Point,
Yeah.
Danny.
That's not a bad point. However, they're trying so hard to skew younger. I went to the game on Sunday, and they have partnered with this company out of Buffalo. Look, this stuff's not for me, but it's like this cool new, like, newer age brand with like weird designs. And they're partnering to do, I don't know, I had like a 3-eyed Pac-Man looking logo in the Blackhawks uniform. It's called Just Dishin'. And if that's your style, great. But they're trying so hard. They're paying attention to the younger audience, different audience, trying to get, new cool, they're trying so hard to be cool. Then if you're looking for something that not many people know about, which is this company out of Buffalo called Just Dishin', if you're trying so hard to be cool, then you better be aware of what what Twitter is and the internet is. That if you're going to be like, hey, we're skewing younger, well, then if you better pay attention to what the younger audience is saying on Twitter too.
As a social media producer, I'm trying to find a way, if I was running the Blackhawks account, how I could address the rumors without making it worse or fueling any more jokes to Bedard. And I don't know if you can.
How about this? You can just tell the truth. Why are people so afraid to tell the truth? I know,
but I do agree that there are sometimes rumors that are so bizarre and so stupid that they don't deserve it.
Right. And we saw the Bears go through the whole thing with the defensive coordinator earlier in the year, another horrible, ugly.
And it was not true.
And it was not true. But there were other things that were like they had their reasoning for not releasing what actually happened.
Yeah.
And it made sense. This is a thing where it's like all you have to say is these rumors that are out there are disgusting and completely unfounded. The Corey Perry situation is outside of any current team member or their family. And boom, done, move on. And then it's like, oh, then I wonder what it is. And then you can release a statement, or maybe there will be a public lawsuit. I don't know. But there will be more details that will come out. But you have to protect that 18-year-old and your organization's reputation and that his family's reputation. Mm-hmm. They don't deserve any of that.
I agree with all that, but do you think since you're so down on the marketing team that they're maybe using this in a very negative way just to get attention? That's why they're not saying anything, just to get more eyes on the Blackhawks.
That'd be pretty fucking nefarious.
Hey, and Megan,
I hate to even say.
No,
that,
I know, but it's I don't. You're trying to say any news is good news kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. No,
so they had a major scandal. Not more than it happened in 2010, but it just came to light. What was it?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2021.
Where it was they had a teammate who was sexually assaulted by a coach. Okay, so they've that's a Louisiana thing. You're new, but they've been they can't fuck up in this regard.
Yeah.
And here they go again. And it's
I get why you're so frustrated.
I'm so frustrated. It's not, and it's I can stomach having a bad team. That's my reality.
You'll go
that's all I know is
having, every night.
Yeah, right. It's been 8 years of them being terrible, and before they had a great 6-year run. Before the entire rest of my life, they were bad. Bears are always bad. I'm used to bad teams. That doesn't really get my blood boiling that much. This type of thing where it's you're just going to sit back and pretend that you don't know what's going on while they're dragging your star players, their future, this 18-year-old kid's his mother's name through the mud, and you do nothing and say nothing because you're gutless and you don't know what your instincts about how to handle all these situations and how to deal with people is all wrong.
Now, what's the line where you figure what information should people be privy to versus not, though?
What do you mean?
That's what I always wonder. Sure, you should
squash this rumor
for him, yes, because it's going to fall.
I don't think you have to say anything other than squashing these rumors.
But that's how people are. They're going to be. It's not good enough, or they're just.
I think.
Well, you asked me what my line is. My line is you protect Bedard and his family.
Yeah.
And really, anybody on the team. That's not just because he's the star. If you have that, if that's something being said about your family, about somebody's family, you step up and you protect your people. That's a family business. That's a 4th generation family business, and you should stop rumors at the door like that, and then you deal with whatever actually happened in a more timely manner. But you should have the common sense and the decency to protect people's family and their good name.
Yeah. To your point earlier, you're saying just tell the truth. I think you tell the truth, but you leave Bedard's family out of it and say he assaulted whatever he did and don't mention their name, a marketing assistant or something. That way the rumors are squashed and it's still not fueling more fire for Bedard.
Or you could even say we did an internal investigation and this incident occurred on X date. Mm-hmm. So then the whole thing because they had the mom strip, the whole mom strip thing. Well, if it happened on this date, that couldn't possibly be it. Or even if it happened, let's say we found out about this thing that allegedly happened 10 years ago. You just, you say it in a way that completely dismisses the rumors and clears somebody's name.
Well, I think that's too vague still, though. I think you have to say
you can't
because you're like, oh, it happened on this date, and you're relying on people who haven't heard the Bedard mom rumors yet to be like, oh, so it couldn't.
No, but that's.
I think you just straight up say like, Corey Perry had an altercation with a marketing manager or something like that.
But I also think you have to protect the marketing manager. So
by not giving the name,
and not the title.
There's someone with the inside of the
do that
organization.
legally anyways.
Right,
There's a ton of workforce law that you can't. If someone gets fired from here, for instance, and just use the name Deadspin, calls up and be like, hey, we want to hire them. Why'd you fire them? And Portnoy laid out the reasons why he was fired and why he was a shit employee. That person could sue Barstool for telling the other employer why he was fired.
Yeah.
You can't just be
that
like,
would be,
oh, he assaulted this person.
But that would be for an argument for Corey Perry, not the victim.
Right.
Right. That's why you can't just go out and do that.
Right.
You'd be publicly saying that.
Right. So but if they release a statement saying that after an internal investigation, we determined that I can pull up the statement.
I see what you're saying now. I wasn't thinking in terms of like protecting Corey Perry by any means.
No, I'm not saying protecting Corey Perry.
No,
I don't give
Corey
a fuck
Perry.
about
Corey Perry would be in the right to sue the Blackhawks.
Right. But we don't care about him.
No, I know.
So there are right. So what I'm saying is I think that they should protect Mrs. Bedard's good name.
Yes.
Okay. And you can do that if you want to be more cryptic. Be like, we did this internal investigation. There was an incident that occurred on X date, and that incident, it would be like if it happened. Let's say it happened the Tuesday before the Columbus game. Let's say speculation. Then the mom's trip was 10 days before that. So then that clears. Then that to me is just like, oh well, that's over with. So we know it happened. There was an incident that Corey Perry did something scummy on this specific date. And the dates don't line up, that rumor is squashed. I think that would be enough.
We need to make like a mock professional social media post with just text over like 2 hockey pucks of how you would phrase it.
Yeah.
Can I lighten the mood for a second?
I would love to lighten the mood.
Actually, I would love for you to lighten the mood.
I can thank you. You're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh no, this is great. I'm sitting over here sweating.
I'm freezing.
Let's talk about Portillo's hot dogs.
Ooh,
delicious.
Let's talk about Portillo's.
Let me see that.
I could really go for a good. I was thinking about a Chicago dog at like 8 a.m. Just like I want.
Today?
Yeah. Like
There's a hot dog stand by my house.
I don't want that. I want Portillo's.
Oh, as one does.
Got him.
It's Portillo's hot dogs in the hot dog stand. All Vienna beef, obviously, and they open up at 8 a.m. Here and there, I'll get a Portillo's hot dog at 8 a.m.
I don't know why I was craving one that early, but sometimes you want what you want.
Do you drag it through the garden, Megan, or how do you get
Yes, absolutely. I want everything. I want it unless if you don't drag it through the garden, then it's not a real Chicago dog, right?
So I was coming back from the suburbs after Thanksgiving, and like you eat yourself to death on Thanksgiving, and I drive all the way back, and I get off on the Addison exit, and I just how unprofessional is this guy? In the middle of an ad read, no less.
Eddie dropped his pillow, but go on.
And but it's like there's that Portillo's on Addison's where we filmed the milkshake, and it's just like your car just kind of like pulls in there on its own.
Yeah, it's like the Tesla.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I was literally driving a Tesla. It was a rental car. That's all they had, and yeah, it was. I got that little burger. It was great. Really hit the
good.
spot. Yeah.
Visit your local Portillo's or go to portillos.com to order your Chicago dog for pickup or delivery. Portillo's, it always sounds good.
Get some merch while you're there. Look at this hoodie.
Yeah, that's nice. Lighten the mood. How can we lighten the mood?
I mean, basically
we just
anything.
had Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall here.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I saw
cool. Brandon Marshall, former Bear.
Saw that, yeah. I had a streak of running into Brandon Marshall at like every NASCAR event I went to.
That's really
Oh yeah,
big
that's right.
NASCAR guy.
Did you talk to him at all today?
No, I didn't talk to him. Yeah, I was like down.
Did you guys watch them do the challenge, like the yak challenge? That made them look so disgustingly unathletic. I mean, but Cam Newton, maybe not. Brandon looked a little bit better, but Cam couldn't. He could not shoot a 3 to save his life. He could not get it in.
Yeah, that's like I really wonder how many people would translate to other sports. Like there are certain real.
You would think Cam Newton would, right?
I would have.
I would have assumed that he would have just crushed everything in here.
I bet he was probably because how tall is he? 6'5"?
I mean, he's a presence for sure.
He's big. He's a big
huge.
dude. I bet you he was like an unstoppable power forward in high school.
Probably.
Yeah. It's been a while.
6'6" with the hat.
Yeah.
He's always got a nice hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a feather
He's
in
a
it.
very fashionable guy.
Yep.
I would love to be able to pull off a
Look at him. He was
hat
just
with
whiffing.
the feather sticking out.
Yeah. You know, I was.
Swinging a wiffle bat and hitting a wiffle ball is harder than.
Well, I will say he had 2 really good shots, but they went up in the rafters and didn't hit the metal bars where the yak wants you to hit them.
Too strong.
Yeah, and then so they were like that would be gone in real life, like even though with it being a wiffle ball.
And I will say about his outfits, because I always like
So fresh.
when I would see things like this, I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And then I was talking to our own John Feidelberg one time, who's known to dress ridiculous, and he's like, I chose a profession where it doesn't matter what the fuck I look like. So, and it's kind of like a good thing if you're weird. So he's just like, I feel like having short hair, long hair, mustache, not shave forever, wear, absurd clothes. And he's like, it's just kind of fun. And I was like, you know what? Like, that's actually a pretty good attitude. Like, we are lucky to be able to work here. We could be in an office where we got to wear like a button down and slacks.
Besides
I've
men's
never had to
Yeah.
do that, thank God. Even my last desk job, we had our only dress code was pants, like jeans, whatever.
You had to
Couldn't
wear
shorts.
pants.
Well, no shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
But even bigger, no hats.
No, we could wear hats.
Wear a hat?
Yeah, we could wear hats, hoodies, whatever. Just no shorts, unless it was.
Where did you work? Like a cell phone store?
No, it was.
I feel like
was
cell
a-
phones
it was a
stores
large.
dress up. They have to wear the collared shirt.
Yeah.
The harder uniform than most.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah, they wear
right.
slacks tucked in polo.
Oh, yeah.
If you're getting a little defensive, whoa. That was me. I thought there
like
was someone
that.
pulling my headset.
It's like, don't talk about logistics that way.
Spitters allowed at the desk.
Oh yeah.
Were they actually?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I knew you did it,
Dude,
but I thought you
it
would
was
keep it
a
like
sea of 3,000 people about age 23 to 30. You think dip was what they were worrying about?
Probably not.
Pee Wee Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you
Pretty
wear a
much.
headset?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I would have loved to see that.
that's a visual.
Lance, I mean, you won't be
kinda
able to see
wearing it
me,
right
but Lance,
now.
just Google like logistics brokerage and go to like a stock image. You'll see what the call centers look like. It's just seas of people. But what do you think they do? Like they let us drink on Fridays.
Did you
From
ever
5 p.m., everyone was shit-faced, ripping gator tails in the bathroom.
Did you ever get super mad on the phone at someone?
Oh, I would fucking. It was, and that I've told Ed.
Dave get mad?
But it wasn't like if my boss was right next to me, I would have no problem telling a truck driver to fuck his mother, if I needed to.
Oh.
Why the truck driver? What did he do?
Fucked up a delivery.
Oh,
With the motherfuckers
okay.
on the show today, right?
Well,
But
you-
they'll.
Everyone's in a bad mood. I don't get it.
You got to keep up with
I mean,
truck driver talk,
literal.
too. They're probably talking dirtier
No,
back
exactly.
there.
What do
That's
you
it.
think they're saying to me?
That guy's got a button down on.
He's
That's
got a
what
nice.
Dave-
Oh, that's
he looks
what
very
that's what
He
they
seems
put in
really
like.
happy.
Yeah,
He also looks like he loves his job.
Where's his spitter?
That's what they put in the recruitment photos. In reality,
Backwards
I
hat.
feel like the recruitment
like-
photos would be more effective if they just showed White Sox Dave with a spit of like
exactly.
basically come here,
It's-
do whatever the fuck you
So
want.
this is what I'm talking about. Like going back to this, is obviously a weird analogy to make, but like PR with the Blackhawks, Whites, whoever in Chicago sports. That, for instance, like don't show me that like fucking douchebag acting all happy to be moving produce from Atlanta to Jacksonville. Show me the fucking miserable asshole who's hungover, has 8 cups of coffee in him. Like that is better.
That's real life.
Or that's real life.
Yeah.
It's
Everyone
telling the
yelling at you
truth.
for messing
Yeah.
up the
It's telling the
orders.
truth.
They should really be showing like the Friday drinks pick,
Yeah.
Friday after work.
I think all of them do that.
And the
Right.
tails.
It's an actual part of that, of being in logistics.
Yeah.
Have gas stitched together like a Christmas party of the old blackout videos.
Did you actually do that though? Like were you like big on the Friday drinking?
The happy hour.
I would have a beer here and there, but like I would no.
I've
went to
just
a single
never-
party or anything.
And it's a little bit different now, but not even really. I never really want to socialize with coworkers.
No, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I still have like 5 people I still talk to like pretty regularly and another maybe 5 or 8 that I somewhat regularly but other than that, like
Church and state.
I think you kind of get trapped though, because like you might leave work earlier than normal, and that's when you get drinks. And it's like like you don't have an excuse. You wouldn't have been doing anything during these hours. Michael Scott dinner party.
No,
said you weren't doing anything.
I don't know if it was the case for other companies too, but it was also sort of like Barstool, where you had a lot longer leash if you hit sales goals and major money.
Yeah,
which
that's
is I think that how it should be.
Wait, people hold it all. What would you say, Megan? Like people like who, like are like counting what you're doing.
As far as what?
Like if like you're going out.
No, I just don't like people to be like oh, we're supposed to be we're supposed to be at work, so you can't get out of it. You have to come, and I'm like, I don't have to do anything, man. I come on, like let me just go. If I want to drink, let me go home and drink. I'm not trying. We've been with each other all day.
You got the mom excuse though. You can get out of anything.
That's what you think. I feel like that doesn't even work anymore.
Have you tried it here? I bet you if you were like, hey, I gotta go, my kid's sick, like no one would ever say anything.
No,
yeah, but I feel like respectfully to like Dan, like he's here all the time and he's a father of 3, so it's like it makes me like I mean, I am mom, but dads are really important too. So I mean, obviously my husband is getting some good quality time in and getting some, getting some hours in.
You co-parent your children.
right now, that's what it feels like, because I feel like I'm just like haven't been home. Like I miss those little guys.
Yeah.
I saw them this morning, but
but then there's those jobs that like that social game. That social aspect is part of the game of like working.
It's like really any sales job is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're taking them to dinner.
And I hate that.
Hour. Yeah.
And that's why my husband did something similar. He was on the food sales side of what you were doing.
We've talked about that. Yeah,
and so it was like we always had to smooth all of these like restaurant people, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, but there's definitely opportunities to be had in places, or that they give it to like friends and stuff. That's a thing, for sure. The social game. No doubt about it.
Yep.
I mean, here, they do it a lot here.
Yeah.
Do it a lot here. Like, go to the Barstool bar.
Totally.
Drink.
Well, and that, I think they changed the law on this, but they used to have a thing where it's like you could write off, like, I think it was like 10 or 20 grand a year on, it depends on the company size, on like entertainment for
whining and dining.
Yeah.
Really?
Whining and dining.
Yeah.
I need a
like
good CPA.
Yeah, I think it's it's called like T. I think it was like T&E. T&E. I can't remember what it's like.
Travel and expense.
No, it's like something in entertainment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's what Jordan Belfort was doing. He was just getting all the fucking hookers.
Spent $2 million on entertainment.
God. This has been a hell of an episode today, guys.
Yeah,
so you're telling Eddie that the hooker he's gonna bag tonight, he can just write that off on his taxes?
He can expense it.
Please let me know.
All $2 of it.
Megan,
what?
Quickly.
Yes.
Because I don't like talking about weather every episode with all the new Chicagoans. You said you liked your first snow, even though we haven't gotten an actual snow yet.
It's stuck at my house. We've talked about that.
I know, but like I'm talking about like.
I have to go tomorrow to
heat
get
of
my
snow.
oil changed because apparently my coolant level is low. My car kept beeping at me, and I had to like pull over and like start it and restart it because I think it was just too cold. I have an electric engine, kind of like your Tesla, I think, or it's half and half. I don't know what those are.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it shuts off and it doesn't like the engine doesn't get hot. So like all the snow is still. Eddie told me about snow luggage. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, Megan's a snow luggage girl.
Really?
I don't have
a hazard.
I don't have anything to take it off with.
Are you trying to cause a pileup on 94?
I just ordered like 8 things to help
Avalanche.
me not have ice and snow on my vehicle, like a sweeper and like a thing to go over my windshield.
You're gonna need a scraper.
Okay, but more importantly, how was the temperature for you today? Have you ever been in weather this cold?
No, I've not been in weather this cold. I will say, thankfully, my husband brought my daughter to school, so in my car, usually we walk her, but it was too cold, so my car sat there for a solid hour. And and so whenever I walked outside, it was just a brisk, like kind of felt like a cold plunge.
When I walked the dog today, it was 14 degrees.
Yeah,
it was the wind chill was 0 today.
Yeah, that's cold for anybody.
Yeah, it was a little chilly out there.
This is also
Did you
pretty
do
early
a
for this
Louisiana Zillow search? Well,
absolutely not.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely not. I'm not bitching out of this yet.
All right.
I'm not Nikki Smokes.
All right. Oh yeah.
He's ready. He's ready to go
he was
home.
Fucking crying.
Was he?
He's like,
he's like,
how do you deal with this? I'm like, I don't know.
He's like, I have alligator blood. I know you do too. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, he's trying to walk here in 50. Like it takes like a 15-minute walk from his apartment.
I mean,
I walked here this morning.
Yeah. Joe walked here this morning, and she was like, I was sweating. I was like, how?
How do you deal with any problem you have, Dave?
Push it off till the next day.
And you never talk about it.
Yeah, just
That's
walk it
perfect.
off.
Walk it off.
That's it.
I've said 1,000 times. The snow before Christmas, cold before Christmas, fine. The real what the fuck is when it's like mid-March and it's still like 20 degrees. Like,
and that'll be after you had like a day where we're 75
like 65. Yeah.
It's not the weather, it's the disappointment.
Yeah.
Right.
Disappointment.
Like, we're still doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I might have to take one trip back to Louisiana, maybe for like Mardi Gras.
Just
and it's
thaw
even
out
then,
a little bit.
even then, sometimes it's cold for Mardi Gras. It can get like cold, like Louisiana cold.
We're not going to do
like
St. Louis Mardi Gras
Like
this year?
40. St. Louis?
Yeah.
I didn't know St. Louis did a Mardi
That's
Gras.
like, I believe it's the second
second
biggest
biggest.
Mardi Gras in the country.
It's
Really?
a big deal there. Yeah.
Interesting. I thought it was in Mobile. Was the
They
second
do, they
one.
do St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe I'm
too.
not familiar with all
It's
the
the Midwest Mardi Gras.
Midwest.
Yeah,
It can't be anything like.
It's just up the
New
river
Orleans.
a little bit.
But I mean, I'll check. I'm down for anything. You guys
Yeah.
want to?
I'll check that
You would
out.
take a family trip.
I would. We'll do a mid-show trip.
Everyone shits in St. Louis. I've actually had quite good times there.
I don't think I've ever been to St. Louis.
Really?
It's a complete shithole.
They have a little.
It's a shithole.
fleur-de-lis on their flag.
I mean, it's fun. You can have fun there, but it's a shithole.
Interesting.
Oh,
It's-
so
maybe.
Learn something new every day.
yeah.
It's very small too.
I will say I need to start my car at some point before because I know it probably needs to thaw out again. I don't know if did it get warmer today at any point.
Not above freezing.
It'll get
It's 25 degrees out right now.
So yeah, I gotta go get an oil change and coolant done tomorrow. In case anybody was wondering.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. I know I'm probably have to leave there with like new brake pads, new
Oh, they'll get you.
like everything.
They'll pull the fast one on you. That's do you ever feel like you get pulled over on like these mechanics? Like they're all
100%. And usually it's always when I'm by myself. If it's like my husband who doesn't know anything either, somehow they're like, "Oh, this guy knows."
Well, it's obviously because women
You're a
don't
man?
know anything about cars.
That's one thing I honestly do not know about. My dad taught me a lot of stuff. Like I could patch a hole in a wall. I could like rip up and like carpet. Like I can do a lot of like physical manual labor, but I don't know anything about.
dude. It's but I don't know shit either.
Yeah.
I can change the brakes,
It
which
is.
is impressive. I
Changing
feel
the
like.
brakes is
I
impressive.
know how to jump a car. I know how to
I know how to do
I know
that.
like how to change a tire, kind of, but I've never had to.
That's
I've
easy.
Never,
That's all
never done it.
self-explanatory.
We have on the we have a running list of draft topics. One of them that I've suggested is places where you feel the most helpless, and like at the mechanic would be like a wow.
That's a.
You need a new trans gasket differential. That'll be $1,200. It's like, okay,
Oh, what does that
there you
even
go.
mean? Or at the
Yeah.
doctor's office when they're like, by the way, your heart's failing. We need to put you on a transplant list. Don't know.
Like,
Not,
all right.
not getting that.
Get me on the list.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I don't go to doctors.
Just push it off to the next day and walk it off.
To switch gears, you know what I found out last weekend that I meant to bring up? Did you know Clem is not bald? He just willingly shaves his head.
What?
Stop.
I was stunned to hear that.
He can grow a full head of hair.
Yeah, Clem's got a full head of hair.
No,
I
he
was-
doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Why does
No
he decide,
crowning, no nothing.
Why does he decide to do that then?
He
What-
said he said hair bothers him. Like it just like itches and like.
I think he's pulling a fast one on you.
No, I don't think he is because I sized up his head.
He's got
Well, Clem's on my shit list right now for multiple reasons.
Well,
what
let's
could you
talk about this one first.
Yeah.
Um,
This might be the third strike, though.
this. It's kind of like to a guy like you, a guy choosing to be bald.
Yeah,
that is disrespectful.
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
How mad does that
It's
make?
slapping God in the face for giving you a beautiful gift.
Yeah. That's if I were a guy who was balding, I would be furious with Clem.
Okay, so first he goes to
He should
Hibachi
have to
without us.
donate his hair to you.
He should.
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah, it's
when we
fine.
go to Turkey, I want his hair on my head.
Yeah.
Technically, that
but
could
you don't
probably
even know
work.
if it's good hair or not.
Would
It'd
it?
be hair. I mean, I don't.
He is a grease ball.
I think the
Respectfully.
the follicle transplant. I think that can work as long as the hair follicles are like live. They
Yeah.
can take it from whatever and
think you're-
insert it into Dave's head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask other Dave. He knows about it.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like I'm picturing Clem's head now, and you could definitely
No.
notice some crowning.
I feel like, yeah.
I'm telling you, I
Can we
sized
call him?
I sized it up in San Diego, and I was like, "Wait a minute, Clem! I thought you were just balding, and so you just shave your head." He's like, "Oh no, I just don't like hair."
Well, so at what age did he decide to shave it?
He said pretty much his whole life he's been doing it. Wow. For the most part. Yeah.
What a like? You think people ever thought he had like alopecia or like?
Well, he's got eyebrows, so they.
He does have eyebrows.
Man's got pubes.
Have you ever picked your head for anything? Did you ever have to do
I
it
used
like
to
for
buzz
football?
it.
No,
yeah.
never.
I would do it myself.
Yeah.
Until like through college, I would.
I would buzz it in like August for football training camp and then not cut it until baseball.
I've shaved it, like buzzard it when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Buzzard.
Yeah, Buzzard.
Fucking
Buzzard.
you let a bird pick his hair out.
All right.
Buzzard is just a funny bird too.
Yeah.
Buzzard.
I like that.
I think I did it once for football too.
Yeah.
That was it. But
it's not a good look for me. When I have real short hair like that.
Really?
I bet you it'd be so much worse now.
Can we do a hair bet with you?
What would it entail?
I don't know.
It would be jarring to see you with a buzz cut.
It's like, and I didn't.
At least you know
last
it
time
would
I
grow back.
did it, I didn't have a fat face, and it still looked like horrible.
Oh.
So I would engage.
I don't know why any guys buzzard their head. I just don't get it.
Why you're not pro buzzard?
No, I don't like buzzard.
Eddie's new word of the day.
I will engage in a hair bet, but it would have to be substantial. That you would have to do something that you would hate.
Okay. All right. I'll get to thinking.
I can't
adopt
believe
a dog.
He took that easily. Usually he'd be like, well, it's going to be between you and Dave, and just push off all responsibility.
I got out in front of that.
Yeah. Well played.
I upstreamed them.
I got pretty drunk once, and my friends gave me a mohawk because one of my friends had brain cancer, and he shaved his head that night.
Sorry.
Is that what you guys did at St. Pat's? Just went and got cancers and stuff?
No, this is after. This is college. But yeah, there was something in the water there. But then my mom saw it the next morning, and we had a wedding, so she made me shave it immediately. But I think making Eddie do a mohawk would be worse because you're bound to have to shave it all anyways.
Listen.
Because how is it going to grow back normally?
Let me tell you.
Like a horse
like
mane.
You have such thick hair that you could be a buzz cut guy and be fine.
Well, it would grow back very
Quickly, too.
Yeah.
but I don't think I would look good with a buzz cut.
Let me tell you a little something about me.
It would look fine in a week
just
for
can't.
you.
Go ahead. Let me tell you something about.
Tell me something about Ed.
There is few things that I hate more than the buzz cut or than the mohawk. I fucking hate the mohawk haircut. I think it is the fucking worst look of all time.
I agree.
What,
Especially a buzzard mohawk.
That's the purpose of it, though. Like, we used to give.
Oh no, they're serious mohawk guys.
Oh, like all the soccer guys who do it.
Yeah, like, listen, if you want to rock like the little faux hawk, like whatever.
Oh, I think that looks worse in a way.
In football,
I don't condone it.
Yeah.
Everyone used to want the faux hawk back in like the early 2000s. Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
That
like
little-
David
that's
Beckham had one. I
just
watched
the,
that.
Just the
documentary.
little spike right here,
Yeah.
you know.
oh my God, that was.
And then it went to the swoop. Everyone had like the flippy hair,
I feel like that's still a thing in the South.
But the
flippy hair.
Yeah, the southern
Long
swoop.
hair, yeah. Well, I mean now, like as you said, like the little fashiony mullets are coming more like.
Yeah.
Right. What mohawk do you hate more? Do you hate the guys who just kind of let it ride like a horse mane, don't do anything with it, or the guys who gel it up?
The catchers from Angels in the outfield.
That's the
You're
mohawk.
talking about Cliff DiMartino right now.
Cliff, I'm not a mohawk guy. I'm sorry. I don't know what to
Cliff,
say.
That's a
I think
buzzard
your
mohawk.
hair fits you, Cliff.
And you have to respect it because he sticks with it.
Yeah.
He's not like it's not a phase.
No,
It's not a phase.
that's his
Yeah.
look. He's cultivated an entire thing. It looks
Yeah.
good.
I thought about dyeing my hair crazy colors, but I realized I'm not a crazy color girl.
Like when a little kid has a
What would-
mohawk, take the kid away.
That's
Parents-
little kid probably has it for football or something.
No, it's funny that you say that because my dad, whenever my brother was little, their mom lived up here. They were my half brothers, but before he sent him back up, my dad decided to give one of my brothers a mohawk, and his mom was just livid.
I bet.
Just livid.
It's terrible.
It's not that big a deal.
No, it's terrible.
But no, it is one of those. So my brother, so he was probably like 7 or something like that. And so I was 17, and I went to one of his soccer games, and they had this kid who had a mohawk. And the parents were like, yeah, we let him choose whatever haircut he wants in the summer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you are a terrible parent.
I will say really
Dog
quickly,
shit
as a mom, I will say my son wanted to bleach his hair like 2 summers ago because he wanted to go all blonde. I said, fuck it, why not? So we did it for him. He was like bleach blonde for a summer. It grew out, and then we got
You got that out of his system.
got a
Nothing
cut.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
I did
Listens
that.
to Eminem
know?
the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone did a little bleach at the top when Justin Timberlake did it.
I had pissy yellow hair
I
for
had
a
bleach
summer.
blonde hair, but I was 18, I think.
Yeah, my son.
I was like 14.
He was like
or-
8, but it was like I did it
Yeah.
myself, so we didn't spend like an arm and a leg on it.
Is
He
it
loved
expensive to get your hair bleached?
I mean, mine's pretty expensive. Yeah.
You're not blonde?
No. Have you seen my kid's hair?
No,
It's like
I don't
dark.
think
It's like
so.
a dark like auburn color.
Well, your husband's Cuban.
His hair is black. My kid's hair is my color.
Huh.
But you aren't putting like there's a difference between dying a blonde and like the peroxide, right? Like Slim Shady. And
Well,
That's what I did.
Yeah, I mean, I get like highlights. Like
yeah.
I've looked for the picture. Sorry.
yeah,
I
no,
don't-
I
can't find them anywhere.
get highlights.
Hey, Lance, can you pull up the Catcher and Angels in the outfield real quick?
I know who you're talking about. It's the same guy from Dumb and Dumber.
It's terrible. But while we wait to pull that up, I want to talk about Solo Stove. I don't know if you guys have heard, but recently West Coast legend himself, Snoop Dogg, announced that he is done with smoke. It's over. He's eliminating it. How could the dog father, who once famously urged to smoke every day, be giving it up? Well, we learned, it turns out, that he's going smokeless because he's joining forces with the makers of the world's most popular smokeless fire pits, the Solo Stove, and has even coined their official spokesperson. I like that.
I want one of
A
these so bad.
spokesperson.
They pop up on my Instagram all the time.
I know.
If you
They're-
guys
they're
need a
so
personal
awesome.
spokesperson,
You're
let
the,
me
You?
know.
You're the
You're the guy?
person.
they're great.
Yeah, they're
I
awesome.
have Snoop Dogg. Thanks.
My brother-in-law had his going over Thanksgiving. They are awesome.
Yeah, they
So
got
if
this.
you need a girl,
Gotcha.
They got the limited edition Snoop Stove, and it's designed by Snoop himself. Each custom fire pit comes with a going smokeless bucket hat and a limited run of stickers. Can someone in the studio please get me one of these before they sell out?
Yeah.
I would like
appreciate
one
that.
too.
You,
Why don't you
you
get
ask
your-
in the room to get you a Christmas present?
Yeah,
I'm
Okay.
asking the show.
thank you.
A show.
Run, don't walk to solostove.com to pick up the limited edition pit and join Snoop in going smokeless for good.
I was super happy to hear about the Solo Stove because it's an awesome
here for it.
invention and because Snoop Dogg wasn't actually going off the smoke. I didn't want to live in a world where it's like Snoop Dogg is throwing in the towel.
I agree with that 100%. Whenever I saw it, I was like, I'm just going to internalize that and move on to the next day and see if
So
that's real or not.
It made me even happier to hear about the Solo Stove and
Yeah.
the Snoop Stove.
Good promo. Better than the time when they had Drew Brees getting shocked by lightning.
That
was that
remember that
Points Bet?
happened? Yeah, and everyone thought he died.
Yeah.
Everyone literally thought he was
Yeah.
dead. It was like mid-commercial where he acted like he got struck by lightning.
Yeah. I
Crazy Drew
remember
Brees.
that. That was
Crazy commercials. There's this one. What's the the main exterminator? Like bug exterminator? Like
Orkin?
Oh.
Orkin.
Orkin.
Yeah.
I was in a hotel
There he is.
and yeah, that's the isn't that
I don't think
the
he's-
bad guy from
I
Dumb
wouldn't
and
even
Dumber
consider
2?
that a mohawk.
I remembered it being more mohawky than that too, Ed. I haven't seen this movie in like 20
You got to
years.
look at the point where the manager he hits the
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. I know what you're talking about.
and
Yes.
the salami meat.
yeah.
This is a movie that doesn't get talked about enough.
It's a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
Good movie.
Shout out.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt has had a fucking long ass career.
Yeah.
And
This
a good
movie's
one.
like 30 years old. It's
It's
from like
also
93.
Tony Danza's best movie.
Really? You don't like the field goal kicking
Yeah, the garbage pick.
No, I didn't like that one.
Philadelphia phenomenon?
Yeah.
What a
No, I didn't
title.
like
Who
that
got
one.
that cleared?
The garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon. I can't even say the last.
The remember the one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater?
One-eyed, one-horn, flying
I
purple
actually don't.
people
Thank
leader.
God you're here,
One-eyed,
Megan. They would not
one-horn,
believe
That'll
flying
be in my
purple
head for the
people
next
leader.
month.
What a sight to see.
I think Ed's being too harsh on Mohawks though.
Well, do you think I feel like Mohawk has kind of changed over time? When you were younger, that's like you were going for like the spike and Little Giants, like you want to be
Yeah, that's
the
what-
town
that's what-
bully.
right.
But now it's more like hipstery.
Yeah, or like athletic-y, where it's like they're
Right.
doing like the shaggy mullets, like all like the tight ends and like.
It's taking on a new stereotype.
Yeah.
Tom, have you ever had a mohawk? Be honest.
Seems like the mics, quote unquote, aren't working.
Did you say yeah?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, now
we
we
can.
can.
No, I'm not.
Oh, honestly, I could have seen you dabbling with one at one point.
What's a true Mohawk though? Do you have to go like
Bald on the
Bicked
side?
on the sides.
4?
Yes.
Like what if you got like a 4 on top?
No.
The rest is like
Bicked on the sides.
a 7.
Bicked on the sides.
How about you, Pete? You ever have a mohawk?
All best Pete's back there.
Imagine Pete with a mohawk.
No, never had a mohawk.
Pete, how old are you again?
How old do you think I am, Dave?
44.
40.
40. Okay. All right. You're not as old as I thought you were, which is, I guess, good for you.
Yeah.
But you didn't, like, my uncle's like 10 years older and he's closer to me in age than he is my dad, for instance, and he went through the mullet phase back in like the early 90s.
Did you say
didn't have
mullet
that.
or
80s?
mohawk?
Mullet.
Mullet. No, never.
You didn't have any weird nothing?
I feel like Pete has probably
He
had
had the
that.
same haircut since he was
yes.
5.
He was he came out of the womb with that little swoop, that little frat swoop. Look at it. Look at that little look.
I could also see Pete going through like a wild time in his life, which now turned him into like puffy vest, reversible pants.
We do have Pete's wedding photo somewhere in our office.
I gotta say, he
We
does
brought
look
it.
dapper in that seersucker jacket.
He does,
Yeah.
but like now I kind of want to see like a child Pete. And
He looks
I
exact
feel like he
same.
looks probably the exact same.
I think so. Yeah.
Did he go through like a jean jacket phase?
No. What?
He's literally wore the exact same thing
Disgusting.
his entire life.
I went through a jean jacket phase like a year ago. I wear it like once or twice a year.
Good.
It's nice.
Did what is it called?
Pete.
A Canadian
Tuxedo.
Yeah.
Can I say something? While this office is great and nice and all that, I don't like feeling disconnected from Tom by the glass. I can't even see his head, and that's saying something because his head's so fucking big.
Oh well. That room does look comfortable though. Like that's probably a nice little control.
Do you think they're talking shit in there?
Absolutely.
You don't know.
Look
I'm
at fucking.
smiling about it right now. He's
I saw
probably
Dougie Applesauce back there. He's talking a ton of shit.
Why is he Dougie applesauce?
Looks like guy who likes applesauce.
What's
Doesn't
wrong with
he?
applesauce?
Nothing.
We had this conversation earlier. I like applesauce.
I don't
There he is.
like-
Look
I
at
don't
Dougie
like it.
Applesauce.
I don't like
Yeah.
it.
That's a guy who doesn't like enjoys applesauce.
I might make some applesauce this weekend.
You make applesauce?
Yeah, just chop up a bunch, throw a couple tablespoons of cinnamon
Oh, boy.
into a crock pot.
This sounds like a
easy.
guy who might make a banana bread and then never do it.
That's true.
I
Been like
It's been a
you
while.
know what?
It's been like 10 weeks.
I had
No,
rotten
it's been
bananas
since
and I was
June.
going to, and they were
Since
just
June.
fucking.
yeah.
There was fruit flies
All
all
right.
over them.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can we do?
I swear to God, last week I was saving bananas for it. They got too bad.
You got to bring some in, though.
Can we get permission from Donnie next episode next Tuesday? We'll do a live baking of banana bread.
I love it.
Okay, that's good. And then we'll taste test on air. We'll
You have a cook-off?
Not even a cook-off,
Let's
it's just-
refine the idea. We'll definitely cook it. I don't know if we should do that on air next week on Tuesday, but we can definitely do that.
Well,
It'll take
Okay.
like 20 minutes.
All right. We'll try it on there then. I don't know.
We can figure it out.
Regardless, we need the banana bread. It's been too monthly. It's been too many months monthly that we haven't had. the banana
every
Who
6
says
weeks
I haven't
or so.
made it?
You would have.
You would have said
You would've-
something
you
about
would have
it.
made something about
You
it.
guys make too big a deal out of my banana bread that I don't want to share it with you. I will.
Yeah, but
I
you
will
would
in the
like
new office.
you would post a picture of it and not share it.
I thought about posting the pictures of bananas with just the eyeball emojis, but then the next day there was fruit flies, and I had to
Devastating.
I had to get rid of the bananas.
The fruit does not go to waste in La Casa de WSD. Bananas go to banana bread. Apples go to applesauce.
When you get produce, you're supposed
Oh,
to.
you're
Right. No.
you're right.
Yeah,
I hate food waste, and I do it way more than I would like
yeah.
because I don't know how to make homemade
Make
applesauce.
applesauce.
I mean,
Yeah. How you
Lance, Tom, pull up a recipe for crockpot applesauce. You chop up apples,
hey,
you throw it in for
hey,
8 hours.
just
and put
so you
cinnamon and
know,
sugar.
You have a microphone and they have headphones, so just because they're
You're not
behind the
s- you're not
glass,
screaming through the
you don't have to
glass.
screw. You're not screaming through the glass.
I was screaming through the microphone to
We know. Yeah.
emphasize.
Should we call Brandon Marshall in
Yeah.
here?
Hey, Brandon.
Go
Brandon.
get him.
Brandon.
I'm sure he's.
Oh, he hears you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No. Wait. So we got a.
Jets legend.
Yeah.
Bears legend.
Jets and Bears,
Bears two
Former
Jets
Bears.
Broncos, Dolphins.
So
He's
do,
been a lot of places.
do you do those like that imperfect box of produce?
Oh, like the subscription. It's like a subscription.
Yeah, it
You
feels like
it's
you're-
like ugly fruit or something.
Yeah, it feels like that's up your alley, Dave.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that like whenever you would like do your logistics, all the fruit that you couldn't send out. Like
Oh, you think I'm eating the food that I was shipping
no,
across
well,
the country?
no,
You
but I'm
got
sa-
something.
but I'm saying
you
like
are-
Oh, they're saying like the farmer gets
Like-
it,
like
and
the
it
ugly-
has a spot or
like,
it's
you know
shaped
how, like-
weird.
yeah, like those
defects.
are a lot cheaper. Like whenever you sell fries, like the standard cut fry, like a McDonald's fry, is way more expensive than if you get like random cut French fries that
Yeah.
are just like from potatoes that are this big.
The-
Every
the
McDonald's
ends.
fry is supposed to be the exact
Yeah,
same size.
Basically perfect.
Yeah. Exact same.
So it's like, listen, if there's a bunch of,
I don't know what we're talking about.
David, if there's a bushel of apples out there,
Okay.
the ugly ones, like the misshaped
Yeah.
ones,
Uh-huh.
that no one's gonna take, they
Ugly
pick all that
carrots.
shit.
Yeah.
Like the carrots that are like too big.
They're still good.
Yes.
Because
They're
the
just
bad apples will just go towards applesauce.
They're
Yeah,
unesthetic. they're
basically, yeah.
You
unesthetically
don't make
pleasing.
applesauce out of bad
Or
apples.
or whatever, apple
Yeah,
pie.
Mott's probably does.
Probably.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I've actually seen like a video of that where they can like by weight and shape and stuff, they like kick them out of like the production line. And they're like, these are the bad apples, and these are the ones that go to the grocery store.
Dude, I used to love watching Unwrapped.
It's a good one. It's like it makes my brain tingle whenever I get to watch it, or like a good candy pour or something, you know. Yeah.
Twizzlers to see how they twirl. That's right.
Just getting milk filled.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't feel the same way?
I don't know what we're talking about again.
You never seen Unwrapped with Mark Summers?
Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
There's so many good things.
Yeah. Marry, fuck, kill, Tootsie Pop, Blow Pop, or Dum Dum.
Kill a Dum Dum.
Wait, what are Dum Dum
Fuck,
again?
fuck a Blow Pop, marry Tootsie Roll Pop. Specifically chocolate.
I'm killing them.
Oh no, Megan.
It's my favorite.
You like
it's my favorite.
The brown wrapper?
Yes. It's been my favorite since I was a kid.
That's
I
the
saw
worst
my
one.
nephew eating those. I was like, I talked about
No, those are the best. I hate the red ones. I hate anything cherry.
Really?
Wait,
I think it tastes like medicine.
Isn't that like a story from a few years ago?
Which one?
That you saw your nephew eating like a brown.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
feel
swear to
like
God, I've told that.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
the
I remember
chocolate.
that.
Yeah, he willingly. There was a full bucket.
It's the only ones. That and the
and he
orange.
picked the chocolate. I was like, oh my God, Sean, we got a problem.
Sydney Wells had a big basket of those in the man cave when we were hunting deer, and the most abundant ones left were the chocolate because everyone was picking off the others.
I love the chocolate.
What do you got, Danny?
Well, the chocolate Tootsie Pop, that's like chocolate syrup on top of chocolate ice cream. It's too much chocolate because there's already chocolate in the middle, right?
No, Tootsie Pops. Like the middle's not chocolate. I don't think. I don't never figure.
It's like a fudge. We had this debate too.
I don't know what a Tootsie
It's
Roll
Tootsie
is.
Roll.
Yeah, but what's a Tootsie Roll?
A chocolatey.
Yeah, it's
chocolate.
chocolate.
It's chocolate, but it's not actual.
It's chocolate flavor.
I just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
whenever I crunch into the chocolate one and I get directly into the Tootsie Pop, so it's like a whole flavor of one thing.
Chocolate. It's chocolate goo.
Yeah.
I don't know who isn't marrying Blow Pop. Blow Pops are
No,
the best
I would kill Blow Pop.
Really?
Yeah.
And
I think
marry-
Only the
the
water
gum in there is so gross. You're gonna you have 2 bites of that and
Chomping
you
on it,
spit it
yeah.
out.
But like most gum.
No, that is.
But like old school gum, like Bazooka, that is no flavor either.
Yeah, remember
It's going up
chocolate?
against that back in the day.
The Tootsie, the Blow Pop gum is the same thing as those apples, where it's like send that one off to be applesauce. That's what they do with the bad gum. They put it in the Blow Pops.
I don't look at it as just the gum being the product here. It's the whole experience. Sucking on the lollipop, then getting a gum for like at least 2 minutes. I like it all. You can't really find an experience.
I used to like
that.
the Dum Dums in the doctor's office too. I feel like they used to.
Let's see, they remind me of the doctor's office too much. I don't like them now.
They just remind me of cheap candy.
Dum Dums have their place. I feel
Yeah.
bad killing them, but I think they're the right play to
Kill a Blow Pop every day. Marry the Tootsie Pop.
I was gonna marry Blow Pop, but I think you're right.
You're talking
Probably
to the
right.
woat of food takes here.
That's true.
No, I get vindicated because I on the road trip food draft, I took Tootsie Pops, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot again." But now it's like you're marrying Tootsie Pops.
Sucker's good to have in the car. A little different.
Yeah, it's an apple and an orange.
Right.
I love the caramel apple ones. Those fuck.
Those are really good.
They'll
I
take
like
out
those as
4 of your
well.
teeth at once.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
they're
they'll
great.
take out your cheek.
Yeah.
You'll be slicing.
Oh,
Oh,
they're so.
man.
They do slice your cheek up.
Uh huh.
They
They
do.
used to have those things where you could send Valentines in class,
Candy grams. Yeah.
candygrams, and they would always have like those caramel apple ones on there attached, and it was always like a big thing if you got one.
Oh yeah. But
If you didn't get one like me because I was a short, you felt bad.
Send
about
one to
yourself.
yourself from Secret Admirer.
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine who used
I
to
never even heard of that.
never got them. You never had a
Candygram?
candygram?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you went to an all boys school.
This is grade
This
school
is
though.
Grammar school I went to.
We did them in high school and then middle school.
Really? Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to grammar school, yeah.
We did them in grade school.
They do them still. Like my son has them. Like they do candygrams at their school. It's fun for Valentine's Day.
Send you
Yeah.
a candygram, you're on my Gaga ball team.
I don't know what it is. We haven't gone through February yet.
It was a rush though. Like the hot girl would get like
Oh, yeah.
6 candy grams a
Like,
day.
yeah.
Wait, so you just send
Yeah.
So if whoever you would
Yeah.
pay like $1
Have
or
you
whatever,
seen
and then you
fucking
would
Mean
get
Girls, Ed?
candygrams. And so like you would get them, and it'd be like from whoever. But like a lot of the times, like they would be like people would buy them, and you wouldn't know who it was from.
You could write
Oh.
Secret Admirer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Got
could potentially
you.
frame someone as well.
Yeah.
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 Played
that's
games
true.
with it. It was fun. It was
was
it was also a very stressful time.
and
It
it
was
was
very stressful.
it was a box like you just put the
No,
name
it was
in.
like
No,
a
it's like
little
a card.
Yeah, and then like candy came with it, and like you could put a note.
But who ran the process is what
The
I'm asking.
teachers.
School.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
school. Because I think it was
The
like
board.
it was like a fundraiser thing.
You pay like
Yeah.
$1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Never
it
got
was
the
it was the best of times and worst.
It was savage.
How was
savage.
school today, Danny? I didn't get a candy gram again. Go in my room.
Well, I made
not
sure.
me, Danny. Different Danny.
I made sure that my son had one. I was his Valentine. I made
that's
sure.
nice.
I sent $1 to make sure he got one in school.
That's very nice of you. You have to, I think.
could,
You
yeah.
say from mom?
I wouldn't do that
No.
if that was my
Terrible.
role.
She wrote the name of the hottest girl in his class.
Yeah. From Vanessa.
Oh, that explains a lot. Eddie never got a candygram.
No, it wasn't.
I'll send you
You
one.
just
I'll send
blacked
you
it
one
out.
for Valentine's
Because
Day.
you guys all went. You went to the same school.
They're not grade school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Damn, candygrams. Wait, you said it's a Mean Girls?
Yeah, there's a whole scene
It's
in
a scene in Mean Girls.
Did you see there's a new Mean Girls coming out?
I don't
It's a
wanna see
musical.
it.
Is Lindsay
the
Lohan
most-
in it?
No, it's like the most bizarre.
Does she get nude?
Let's cut to the chase.
Let's get to the important stuff.
No, she's not Katie Heron in it either. It's they're just redoing the exact same movie, but it's a musical.
Yeah.
No
New
thanks.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm out on these like kind of fake spin-offs / sequels. Like they announced The Office, whatever might be have a reboot, but is
Wait,
it going to
really?
be? But this is like a while ago. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah,
there's legs
okay.
to it. Is it going to be another Fuller House where it's just revolving around their kids instead?
Like,
Fuller
it's
House was
a-
awful.
Right. I don't
Cash
want
grab.
CC Halpert and Dwight's kid to be the main storyline. I want to see what Jim and
Yeah.
Pam and Dwight are up to.
I think that's one of my biggest takes is that a lot of people don't really love Sandler movies as much anymore, and there are a lot of flaws in them in general. But I do think child actors aren't as good as they were.
I would
Like
agree with that.
Yeah, something about them, they're just not as.
Magical. I think because no one's doing drugs. Their parents are probably watching them. They're
Yeah.
not going to Hollywood parties and like being like 12 years old doing gator tails off of
Yeah.
like the table with Matt Damon.
I like that. I like that name.
Like when I watch the kids in the Adam Sandler movies, I'm like, these kids are not like
Whatever happened to the
charming.
kid from
they're
Big
not.
Daddy?
He was good though. That's
Oh, I
old
know,
school
that's what I'm
Sandler,
saying.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Old-
Yeah,
Old
he was a
Sprouse?
good actor.
Yeah.
You-
Or
well, yeah,
The
that,
kid-
He's a
He's-
twin. He's twins.
yeah,
right?
those are the Sprouse twins. They did something on Disney Channel
Sweet
for a
Life
long
of Zack
time.
and Cody.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I didn't know
then-
that.
And then they were in something recently because he was on a Call Our Daddy one. He was like smoking a cigarette, and it was like
The kid from
Yeah,
Full
they've been
Sprouse, yeah.
relevant. They've been like
Okay,
yeah.
one of them's kind of a douche, I think. Right?
I'm trying to think of
Probably.
a movie that I've seen recently where it had like a child actor.
Well, I was gonna say, has there
Oh.
been an uptick in actors using their own kids?
Oh yeah, Judd Apatow uses his own kids, and I love that.
Oh, that's
Right.
what's her face.
She's good. She's in,
maybe.
Euphoria.
Not maybe.
yeah, she's in Euphoria.
Yeah, that's
now.
what it is.
They were
Yeah.
great.
I
She's
don't know her
good.
name.
Yeah.
But like
But
it,
she's
it,
like a
like
teenager.
knocked up. Like that's what's
Yep.
her face's kids.
Mhm.
Yes, those
Yeah.
are
What's
exactly.
her name? I
Leslie
can't
Leslie
Mann.
Mann. Yes, I love.
Never
I love
remember
them.
her name.
They're married in real life.
Yeah.
But you have to think like
I
when
did not know.
when was like Timothy Oliphant? When was he was probably in movies younger than we thought. Like at what age? I feel like
he was a child. Timothy Oliphant was.
I don't know. I feel like you don't really hear until the big movies.
Oh,
but
no,
I'm sure
that's
they were
true.
doing stuff when
Yeah.
they were like 10 that we just don't know about.
Well, like all the kids in Billy Madison were like great. Like there was that
Yes,
one
they're
where I'm like-
hilarious.
they
That
were
little
like-
kid, he grabs his
Yes,
face.
exactly.
What happened to that kid?
I think though those kids maybe would have like they're like spot actor type like they're just like they found like they just like picked them like
Yeah.
cherry
They're not
picked
actually acting.
Like
either.
Dave's
They're just
buddy.
like-
yeah
Yeah.
He actually auditioned for that. Like his name, he's got IMDb. You can pull it. Hank Johnston, Lincoln
Yeah.
Waste High School. He was fucking awesome, and
That's what-
he was
he's
all state. Like led the state in touchdowns.
He was
and
great in
everything.
Dennis the Menace.
He was awesome in Dennis the Menace.
Yeah.
Everybody sees that meme all the time, and I'm
Maybe
like, I'm friends with
maybe,
that kid.
maybe the directors aren't as good. Maybe that's what.
Maybe
I was friends with a girl in high school, and she went on and did a Lifetime movie, and then did some more movies. Her name was or is Michelle DeFreitas. I think she dated one of the Sprouse brothers, actually.
Oh.
But she was in this movie,
Pull her up.
a Lifetime movie, and it was called, oh fuck. It was. They were all these. It's like all these teenagers got pregnant. It was pregnancy pact. They all got pregnant at the exact same
That was
time.
a true story.
Well, she was in the movie.
Yeah.
The
saying
Lifetime
that's
movie. Yeah,
fucking
but
wild. That was
there was like 6 13-year-olds that all decided they were going to get pregnant.
Were they
together.
that young?
I think so.
6?
Yeah, it was something
It was
like
a
all
crazy
these
number.
all
It's called
these
the pregnancy.
girls.
Pull up the pregnancy pact.
Yeah.
Just really quick.
And it was like a thing that I think it was like a high school in Massachusetts where they all got like pregnant on purpose together.
This isn't how it happened for you, was it?
No, absolutely not. I had no idea what was happening.
Just kidding.
That was a. Oh shit! I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Pregnancy?
Yeah. I just kept
I got
growing up.
a someone to kind of counter Ed's point. I thought the girl that played 11 was fantastic at acting.
Yeah, she's
Millie
was-
Bobby Brown.
Listen, all right, Dave.
Fucking awesome.
Hey,
definitely
good point, Dave.
Exceptions to the rule.
Yeah,
I think by
I'm
and
just trying
large,
to nitpick.
Dave.
by and large, the whole cast of Stranger Things was really strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Every last one of
You
them.
might
Yes.
want to hit him with a little checkmate though, because that was a great point.
I mean, I'm just
Why
trying
is
to
that checkmate?
Yeah,
You agree?
I'm not trying to argue exceptions to rules because largely I do agree with them. That little fat kid in Billy Madison, he's like,
Right.
What's the
or
mom?
the kid he's talking to his mom. I heard he's kind of a retard or something. Like,
Can't go to high school with.
yeah,
What was the mom's name in Stranger Things? She came back to do that role. Like she
Oh,
hadn't been
yeah.
she like went crazy and was like a klepto. What's her name?
It's driving me fucking nuts.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. That's why I asked you guys.
Yeah, she got caught in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, like
Oh, shit.
she's
Winona
like a
Ryder.
klepto.
Winona
there we
Ryder.
go. Thank you. Yeah, but she's
Second on the dozen.
fantastic.
She's a
fantastic.
klepto?
She
You didn't
She
know
got,
that?
yeah, she got in trouble.
Bro,
Yeah.
she got not
she
canceled.
did not have to steal at all.
Yeah, and she was in. There's a CCTV footage of her stealing shit at Saks Fifth Avenue.
Just shoving it into her purse.
Yeah.
it's
the-
like
for
an
the-
actual
for the thrill
addiction
of
to some
it,
people.
yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, for
whatever.
sure. I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm telling like Blended. Even though I know that girl's huge now. I don't know if you guys saw Blended.
I know that
I
show.
don't know if you saw Just Go With, and some of those. That's what the kids are just not.
Oh, I've seen that on TV. Though you're right about those kids. They're like overacting too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they got the shit. I don't know, whatever. Not the shit on those kids personally.
Adam Sandler has a new movie out, but it's an animated
Suck
one.
at delivering
and he
that
has
line.
all of his friends, like the usual like Sandler crew, like in the movie. It's called
David
Leo.
Spade.
Kind of
Yeah.
looks good. Did you see?
I
it?
haven't seen it yet, but my daughter wants to watch it, and I'm thinking maybe tomorrow after the oil change,
Oh, good.
we could maybe you know
All right, well,
hook
give us
something
a,
up
give us a review
of
next
Leo Leo review next Tuesday.
His last sports movie. I've said it. It was fucking great.
What was-
Yeah, that was
The Scout.
Coaching-
The Scout.
I never saw it.
Whatever
Oh.
it was.
I thought it might have.
It's got like 90 some on Rotten
Longest
Tomatoes.
Yard.
It was like people love it.
He
It's
had
not-
that, and then
It's a
what was
sincerely good
What
movie.
was the jewelry gambling?
Righteous
one?
Gems.
Yeah.
that-
Or no, not
No.
Righteous
no,
Uncut Gems.
that I know. Yeah.
What is it?
Uncut
again?
Gems.
Cut
Uncut
Uncut
Gems.
Gems.
That movie gave me such anxiety the entire time. It
Yeah.
was just, like I was sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart was racing. I was like, I like a good thriller, but this is too much.
Yeah.
He was like his voice and like his heart rate had
Yeah.
just been at 180.
The entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei in that too.
I love her.
In Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
No, she's in.
She's not though.
Wrestler.
She is, and she's naked that whole movie.
She is.
And she's still insanely hot.
Still brings the heat, Dave. You're right.
She's got to be like fucking 60 now, right?
She was 19 when she won the Oscar
And
for.
I just watched
My
that
Cousin
again
Vinny.
like
Mona Lisa
maybe
Vito?
3
Yeah.
weeks ago. I love
So did
that
I.
movie.
It holds up.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
She's Aunt May in the newer Spider-Man too with what's his name?
We don't watch Marvel movies here.
You know what? I was just about to say I don't watch any of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Missing out.
Shout out to us.
Or-
We're not watching.
Why don't we do that? Why are we so like?
I don't care.
I don't care about superheroes.
Yeah.
I'm
Every
way too
time I
old for
watch
that
them, they're
shit.
great movies, though. I just so
Except I,
I
do
said
like.
this-
I like the Batmans.
I was about to say the counter.
those aren't Marvel.
Like outlier. Wait, is
They're
Iron
superhero.
Man? Is Iron Man Marvel?
Batman.
That's DC.
Yes.
I like Iron Man.
Iron Man,
Man's
I
good.
just watched start to finish like 3 weeks ago,
And Deadpool is
and
Deadpool.
it was
Mm-hmm.
incredible.
I like Deadpool.
There's
Deadpool and
something
Iron Man.
about Ryan Reynolds that rubs me the wrong way.
You think he's like pompous,
Yeah.
arrogant?
Like he's just like the way he.
Is his
Yeah.
face?
And I've been watching that Welcome to Wrexham show, and it's like, why can't you just talk normal?
Is that who you picked to take on the bachelor party?
Me?
Yeah.
Did
It
I?
was you or Biz picked it. It was shocking.
I think it was Biz.
He's
Was it?
Canadian, so
He
it'd
was-
probably be
I don't know.
Biz.
and like he at that time he was like in the running to buy the Ottawa Senators too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds does not seem like a partier. He just seems like a happy guy at the
Yeah.
party, but not
See,
a
this-
partier.
But I feel like his delivery on like when he gives these sentences and so like not everything has to be a joke. Can we just talk?
I will say he like every time like it's like their birthdays, like him and Blake Lively, how he always cuts her out of the
Yeah,
picture
like
and stuff
he's
like that, and it's like we
So
get it.
zany.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're funny.
Hey, you won't be saying that after watching Ryan Reynolds in Amityville Horror, right, Ed?
Yeah.
I
He
don't
was in
watch-
that other horror
good one.
movie. What
I
Lies
don't
Beneath.
watch scary movies.
I love
He was
it.
in What Lies Beneath.
Wasn't that him?
That was Harrison
Oh.
Ford.
Harry
I'm-
Ford.
He was in a horror movie though.
Hey, let me into the horror.
No, a different one. I'm pretty sure. Was it?
Oh. Look it up. All right. We can wrap this up. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank
I
you
hope
for
you guys
watching.
get in a better mood.
Yeah.
I think we got there a little
I
bit.
think we did. We got
Banana bread next week. See you then.
banana bread next week.